¿Qué tal, humanidad? Bienvenidos a Monterrey Rock Entrevistas. Y hoy estamos muy contentos porque tenemos a una talentosa cantautora británica que es uno de los actos que no te puedes perder en el Corona Capital Guadalajara 2022. Y ella es Billie Marten. Billie, thank you so much for being here. How are you today?
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm really good, very excited.
Okay, have you ever been to Mexico before?
Never in my life have I been to Mexico, so this is deeply exciting. Yeah.
Excellent. So let me tell you that you are coming to one of the most important cities because Guadalajara is the capital of mariachi, tequila,
Yes.
and also this is one of the most iconic festivals that is sponsored by one of the most famous beers that we have in Mexico, that is Corona. Are you excited?
Yeah. Well, it's genuinely my favorite beer. So yes, I'm very excited for that. And also just to see, I mean, I've done a lot of festivals, and in England and in Europe, it's kind of, they're all very similar. So it's going to be really fascinating to see, you know, a completely different culture who loves music so much in the heat and just like having a great time.
Great. You are in for a treat, believe me. It's going to be amazing. We are so excited to be there. So, 22 years old, 3 studio albums, three EPs, and almost 20 singles. Is that correct?
Wow. Yeah. You know more than me. That's good.
Thank you. So, which is your fans' favorite?
Favorite album?
Or single or music?
Well, I think they really like songs like Cursive and La Lune, I think is the top one on Spotify. Stuff that is quite calming and like therapeutic to listen to. I think that works online for some reason. And when I get to shows, they kind of just want me and guitar just kind of you know, getting back to the roots of music and songwriting. So yeah, I'm very lucky.
Great. So I have a question about that, but we go to that later. So which is your favorite to play now, in this time, your favorite to play live?
I love the recent album because it kind of brings more, and I can kind of play louder and sing louder, and it's a lot more happier. So songs like Garden of Eden and Creature of Mine are the first ones that we do in the set usually. So it's a good kind of opener when everybody's happy, and yeah, I really enjoy those.
Thank you. I really like Human Replacement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hear that. So,
nice.
Okay. Let me tell you, people, that Bill's birthday is so close to the date of Corona Capital. So be sure to express your love and your support twice because of her birthday. So
that's so sweet.
Thank you. So even when you are not this big, huge mainstream monster, you have a pretty solid fan base that adores you. So do you read the comments on YouTube or social media?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's important not to, you know, I don't Google myself or anything, but if things, I read everyone's messages that they send to me, and a lot of it is from Mexico and Brazil and people that are really far away, and the Philippines, and it just makes me feel really loved. And, you know, I'm trying to visit as many places as I can to get into music. So yeah, it's a real pleasure to play for people, and I'm so glad that they like it.
Yeah, I have read them. It's only positive comments. It's huge. People totally loves you. So, and one of the things that I see is that in the same tone that people say that your music has helped them to overcome difficult times. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think it's important to listen to everyone that come up and mention that to me, and it's the reason that I wrote the song. So we're actually just in the same boat. You know, a lot of my fans feel the same way as me, have the same problems, or grew up in a very similar way, and it's just nice to be able to share, you know, feelings and moments with people in quite a genuine way, I think.
Great, awesome, because people really feel that and express that feeling through social media and through YouTube comments. That is awesome. So I was watching your interviews, and it was pretty clear to me that you are not only this amazing, talented artist with the beautiful voice, you are also pretty intelligent and educated. So how does that reflect on your music?
Well, I think English has always been a great love of mine. My dad was a copywriter, so he was really big into words, and he's a massive reader, so he got me into books very early. And then that kind of, I mean, the first song I ever wrote was from a poem that I wrote in English class when I was like 9. And I just really have a love of language and, you know, universal language. I just love the way that we communicate, and I'm not too into strict rules of songwriting. So it's kind of like you're fitting this puzzle together with language. Yeah, I find it really fascinating. And also just talking about music is maybe my favorite hobby, as in like other people's music. I would love to do what you do, you know, like I just love talking about music.
I love what I do. I love talking to you right now. I
Yeah,
really love this. It's amazing.
good.
Yeah. So let me, I have a recommendation for you. Now that you mentioned the books, it's
Yeah.
a Mexican author that it's called Juan Rulfo. It's my personal favorite of all time, Juan
Okay,
Rulfo. So if
let
you
me
can
write that
check that
down.
out, Juan Rulfo.
How
Yeah,
are you
if you
spelling Rulfo?
Juan Rulfo, Rulfo.
Got it. Cool, I'll check it out.
Yeah, check that out. It's kind of weird and I don't know, maybe and sometimes depressing, but it's awesome.
Great.
And it's totally Mexico. It's Mexico reflected in books. So,
Nice.
are you a spiritual person?
I think there's something that connects us all. I can't really articulate what that is, but when I'm in sort of my deepest, darkest hours, I kind of look towards something, but I couldn't tell you what that was. It's not necessarily a religion or a specific spirituality, but in music, I think there is an unspoken feeling. There's like a connection between humans, and it's completely unknown to me, but it works, you know.
Yeah, I totally believe that. So, tell me, mind or feelings?
Well, I guess they come hand in hand. I think your brain can be pretty unreliable. Sometimes it leads you down places that you didn't want to go, and sometimes your judgment isn't very true to how you feel. So I would say feelings. I would say internal instinct and gut feelings.
Great. And that also reflects in your music. That people, let me tell you that the Billie Marten music, it's awesome. I totally love it. It's chill and it's like indie. It has a really good vibe. How do you describe it?
So hard. I get this question probably every day in taxi cabs and stuff.
Sorry, sorry.
No. I mean, it's a necessary question. I guess I just say I'm a woman with a guitar, so it sounds like that, with kind of left-leaning, folk inspired, but it's not folk, indie tendencies.
Okay, that's it. It's just Billie Marten. So listen to her
Well,
and you will find out.
exactly. You just got it. You can't describe music. It's there to be listened to.
Yeah, that's correct. So go listen right now. And you're truly a beautiful soul, a beautiful artist, and a wonderful person. What can Mexican audience expect from your show?
Well, hopefully a lot of love, a lot of self-love for everybody. I want everyone to feel really okay with themselves and calm. And yeah, I just hope that my music kind of reaches strangers so I can pull them in and make new friends, you know?
Oh, it will. It will. So, Mexico, be prepared because you're gonna be delighted with Billie Marten. So, any recommendations for the people that doesn't know your music yet? Any recommendation?
Well, I'd say I'll pick 3 songs from the 3 albums because they're all very different. So I'll say Liquid Love from Flora Fauna, Mice from, what's my second album called? Feeding Seahorses by Hand.
Feeding Seahorses.
And then probably La Lune from Writing of Blues and Yellows.
Great. It's awesome recommendations. I have heard them all. I love it. So, okay. There's tons of material, people. Hay mucho material de Billie Marten. She's been active since she was 12 years old. And you can also see that it's really different because right now she's such an accomplished artist and really different that from the beginning. But if you know, she's been acting like active since she was 12 years old. And you can also see that on YouTube. I have my recommendation that is all the last album, Flora Fauna. It's awesome. Human Replacement is my favorite. So that's my recommendation. So any last words for people from Monterrey Rock, Billie?
Well, thank you very much for listening. I hope to see you one day in the future. And music prevails.
Music prevails. So ella fue Billie Marten, gente. Si no la han escuchado, no se la pierdan. Va a estar en el Corona Capital 2022, Guadalajara. Y pues, Billie, thank you so much for being here. We see you at Corona Capital.
See you there. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Ya saben, humanidad, stay heavy, dudes.